अशोकदा नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
Ashokda, good evening. Ashokda,
Hi, how are you?
yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I am okay. I'm surviving.
Okay,
नमस्कार
okay.
बोलने से भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. गुड इवनिंग या गुड मॉर्निंग इट डजंट मैटर. नमस्कार बोलो. ठीक है.
Please start. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning to all of you in both online and offline mode. It's our pleasure, like every year, on 27th of December for last 4 years, with Director Professor B.K. Tiwari, Director of IIT Kharagpur. This session of Directors Face to Face, Directors Report, is organized. Today it's the compilation of all the directors report for last 5 years. We welcome you all to this session in hybrid mode. And now I pass it on to Paulumi and Anamika to go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to have all of you online for the director's final report. Though we have a very long report, I hope you all stay intact to listen to his words of wisdom. So now I call upon. Uh, so I now request all of you to come up for the lighting of the lamp, followed by Saraswati Vandana.
या कुन्दे इन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीमभयदाम् जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थिता वन्दे तां
now I request Shri Ashok De Sarkar, President IIT KGP Foundation USA, to give us his welcome address.
Thank you. And can we have 3 slides, Anamika?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. The first slide shows, first I want to welcome all of you worldwide, all the alumni in India and across the world. So I also want to welcome the director, the deputy director, and TV Narayanan, who is a chairman of the board. And given what we have had for 5 years of time, I just want to go through a few things. 2 slides will take each 1 minute. So next one. Next one clearly shows that what we have done together with the IIT Kharagpur alumni student body is, I don't know, read through this thing, but it's very clearly you can see what we have done together. And, we took care of many halls, cleaned them up, and I want to thank Director Tiwari for letting us do that. And directly with the contractors, it was much faster, easier, and cost effective. So we've done that. We have had several scholarships, and that we have awarded students, and we have given scholarship to people who go to foreign countries for internship. So we have done a lot of things, and I think we should continue to do such work in the future in cooperation with the IIT Kharagpur and the alumni body, both in India and in the United States and across the world. And I should mention that both Raja and Commander Jetli, they worked closely with IIT KGP Foundation in the United States. And this has been a tremendous pleasure on my part to work with them. And then the last slide is the future focus. I think the future focus will be, like I said, it's Indian foundation and US foundation. We have been working together. It's not like us versus them. It's not together. And I think we should look at, I always say, what is important is not the institute itself, but the country as a whole. So what we need to do is to think of the country first, and then see what is the best for the institute. And then the absolute last is what is best for all of us. I think we should prioritize this understanding in our mind for us to do well in the future. I do not have anything else to say, but congratulations to all of you and welcome to this annual meeting. And thank you, Director, thank you, Rintu Banerjee and the Dean and Commander. And finally, I hope Ron is doing well. Thank you, Ron. And back to you, Anamika.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now we'll show a video on IIT Kharagpur, which we have prepared.
Sprawling across more than 2,200 hectares, IIT Kharagpur is an iconic emblem connecting past, present, and posterity. IIT Kharagpur constructed this flyover in association with the Indian Railways and the government of West Bengal to ease out connectivity issues. The new gate of IIT Kharagpur campus, which was inaugurated on 14th of August 2023. The main academic building stands as an icon of early modern architecture in India. The old building which portrays the rich history of India's nationhood that led to the first and largest IIT of the nation, established in 1951. The campus enjoys hardcore academic and action research with an active social life adorned with lights, colors, and vibrance during Springfest, Inter-IIT Meet, and illumination. The Nalanda complex houses air-conditioned classrooms, is specially designed for students to beat the summer heat, with a special zone for bicycle parking. Equipped with state-of-the-art laboratories and research facilities, IIT Kharagpur has recently initiated several infrastructural development projects to support the growing needs of the students. The new Savitribai Phule Hall of Residence for the students. The number of students have grown enormously in the recent past, with more than 16,000 students currently on campus, including undergraduates, postgraduates, and research scholars. The Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Super Speciality Hospital of IIT Kharagpur sets the dawn of a new era in the IIT system in terms of providing affordable healthcare for the campus as well as for the neighboring communities. The Republic Day Parade witnesses the footfall of hundreds of people and participation of neighboring schools in celebrating the occasion. The entire campus community of IIT celebrates Yoga Mahotsav. IIT Kharagpur hosted the Inter-IIT Cultural Meet from 26th to 29th of December 2023. Sri Vinod Gupta, distinguished alumnus of IIT Kharagpur, inaugurated the A.C. Pandya Students Activity Center on 1st of December 2022 at the Agricultural and Food Engineering Department of the Institute. A proud alma mater and second home to almost 80,000 alumni, IIT Kharagpur welcomed the classes of 1974, 84 and 99 to the 20th Alumni Meet from 5th to 7th January 2024. Srimati Draupadi Murmu, the Honorable President of India, graced the 69th convocation of IIT Kharagpur as chief guest. Established in 1951 as the first Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Kharagpur is an institute of eminence, connecting past, present, and posterity. Her eternal motto, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, which implies performing duties selflessly and fearlessly for collective well-being, manifests that the sacrifice of the freedom fighters of India detained here has not gone in vain. Every IITian is dedicated to the service of the nation and the planet at large. The Institute's vision and mission is to be among the top 10 universities in the world. The Institute loftily heralds science, society, technology, policy interface by constantly innovating and excelling in cutting-edge interdisciplinary research across niche domains such as precision agriculture and food nutrition, affordable healthcare, advanced manufacturing systems for Industry 4.0, safety engineering and analytics, quality and reliability, smart infrastructure, and advanced transportation. The state-of-art innovations such as endowing the country with the COVID vaccine, producing ethanol from sugarcane, and removing arsenic and fluoride from groundwater, and painless needle are exemplary endeavors towards this direction. Optimizing on the Indian government's policy of encouraging startups, IIT Kharagpur has leveraged on technology readiness level, operationalizing on life cycle of products from source to mount. The Institute signed memorandums of collaboration with DRDO and ISRO to facilitate the futuristic defense needs of the country. IIT Kharagpur has recently inaugurated the Center for Teaching, Learning and Educational Technology, at par with India's new education policy 2020. Flexibility in academic curriculum is provided to students for taking interdisciplinary courses in contemporary specializations like artificial intelligence. With this conviction, the Center of Excellence for Indian Knowledge Systems has been established to facilitate research investigations and outreach, validating the wonder that was India. Needless to say, there's great appreciation and honor of these accomplishments by some of the best global institutes and universities, some of whom have also signed MOUs with us, such as TU Munich, University of Edinburgh, University of Waterloo, fostering large-scale and long-term collaborations and partnerships. Under the aegis of the G20 flagship program, the Institute has celebrated several events such as Swachhata Hi Seva, Yuva Sangam, Akhil Bharatiya Siksha Samagam, Rozgar Mela, National Science Day, World Environment Day, Technology Vision 2047 and Climate Change, Krishi Machinery and Technology, Yoga Mahotsav, and International Symposium on Digital Libraries on Sustainable Development in Education. The Institute is celebrating the third anniversary of NEP 2020, strengthening and activating the National Digital Library, providing open access to knowledge and information. The campus is adorned with lights, colors, and vibrance during Springfest, Inter-IIT Sports Meet, and illumination. Most importantly, we believe in the dictum of humanity and social responsibility. When the world was struggling with the COVID contagion and the poorest were suffering to meet basic needs, we provided ration to 2,000 lockdown-affected families in and around the campus with the generous contributions of $1 million received from our alumni. The indomitable spirit of the Institute is manifested through the establishment of incubation centers, research parks, and recognition of the best minds, the most supportive alumni, and dedicated employees through a range of encouraging awards, exposure, and visibility. Medical education and research will receive a major boost through the new hospital, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, and the Dr. B.C. Roy Multi-Speciality Medical Research Center, a medical college to be established on the lines of AIIMS. The campus has been greeted by the auspicious presence of eminent leaders and personas. The essence of the motto of IIT Kharagpur will be nurtured in the best possible manner, to be cherished by all as the Institute leaps forward to celebrate her Platinum Jubilee.
Now I request Professor Rintu Banerjee, Deputy Director IIT Kharagpur, to grace us with her kind words.
Our Honorable Director, Professor V.K. Tiwari ji, Dr. Ashok Desharkar, President, IIT US Foundation, our Honorable Chairman, Sri T.V. Narendran ji, our beloved Ron, who is present here, faculty members, students, deans, and all officials who are here, associate dean, deans, head of the departments, centers, schools, my beloved students, ladies and gentlemen. This face-to-face report card, last few years only it is started. I'm here in this campus since more than 3 decades, but last 4 years onward, I have seen that every year any director is presenting the yearly achievement or the report, that work done by him and his administration to all of us. This is a new program, and in this particular program where he is presenting his success story and those which is not yet fulfilled but going to be fulfilled, and so many things are there which this campus, which earlier we used to think that yes, it was an imaginary story, like having some branded food in this campus. But now, if you come and those who have come here, they have already experienced that we have some branded food stores in this campus, and the students, faculty, and everyone who is coming to IIT campus, they can have several options starting from that whether we are opting for Wow Momo or Domino's Pizza or Calcutta 64 or anything of that sort. So these are the new things which has happened in this last couple of years back. Similarly, in administration also, many changes have happened which I have at least not seen earlier. Say, for example, in among that dean or administration, it is expanded because our student strength has enormously gone increased, and one dean, three associate dean was there for the student affairs. Similarly, for international relations and all, we have seen that Dean IR, Dean OR, and Dean Alumni Affairs, these three deans are there. So they are now doing their own activities, and I think recently, in last couple of months before, you have seen the output of this dean's activity, that those who are responsible for Dean IR, Dean OR, and Dean AA, that first volume of our newsletter has come, and I think in the first week of January, the second quarterly newsletter will be coming. I think the transparency which has come in this administration, it is now known to all of us. Many of us, we are now aware that what are the activities which will be there. It starts with the students' activity. As a result, the last 3 to 4 years, students are getting. Our IIT Kharagpur is the champion for many such event, which is inter IIT competition, and many other activities. So I have to make it short. Last couple of years back, I think you have seen that we are going abroad and we are trying to make some connection with all of you, that networking work which we have started. And my our dean alumni, who is always talking about Janbal, Manbal, and Dhanbal. So he is always talking about these three things, and I think that we are on the right track. And I hope the way we are getting your suggestion, your criticism, constructive criticism, and your advices, in future, I think we will be going ahead with this. And without spending much time, I will be handing over this mic to Anamika and Paulomi, and I thank you all for attending here. I think the detailed report we will be hearing from our director. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your thoughtful words. Now I request Professor V.K. Tiwari, Director IIT Kharagpur, to present his report card.
Thank you, Paulami. Good morning and good afternoon, good evening to friends across the country, across the world. Here from this Senate room, Senate Hall of IIT Kharagpur, with all my faculty colleagues, the Deputy Director, Professor Banerjee, the Dean Alumni Affairs, Professor Devashish Chakravarti, Dean International Relations, Professor Ravivrata Mukherjee, Commander Jetli, Ron Sahab, our Venkat Raja, all other faculty members and deans, all the staff members who are here, heads of the departments, everybody. I think I'm greeting each one of you to this particular report card which I have been giving. Now, I think this is the second alumni who has become the director of IIT Kharagpur, and I hope that if there is another alumni who comes, he should also be giving, because it's a face to face with director, but actually it was I thought of giving to my alumni who are my seniors and who are closely watching our progress, because we know that this is an institute which is the first institute of the world and will remain the largest and the biggest institute of the world as such, and therefore it is open to all sorts of questions and criticism, of course, definitely for the betterment. And therefore, I welcome each one of you for this particular report card that I have created over the period of time. I am sure that it's not my effort that I have done. I have been a team man along with all my faculty colleagues, deans of schools, heads of the departments, professor in charges, halls, wardens, then dean students affairs, all the activities. Even I would say that even the staff who is cleaning the rooms and the classrooms and the laboratories, I think they are all along with me, and I'm sure that whatever you will listen to me today is all because of the effort that these friends, right from the sweeper to the director, whatever we have done, I'm going to bless to you. I am thankful to Ashok Da. He has been a constant source of inspiration. Vin Gupta, Ron Gupta, and I can see my friend Suresh Nair as well. All other friends, I think I am sorry that I will not be able to name everybody here, but whomever I could see, I think that I am grateful to each one of you. I welcome you all to this. I know that the time given to me is very short time, I think, but I would like to push in everything in that time which is given to me. I would also like to have some questions to be heard. I'm also grateful to my chairman, TV Narendranji. On 20th of this month on the board meeting, he said that he will be joining, but I do not know, maybe that there are some shortcomings on our side, maybe that we have given the link late, and possibly we are not in a position to take him on board today. But I'll be happy if he joins even late. Now, with this, friends, I would like to say that I have chalked off my way of looking at things, what we have done here. First, I will start with the students. Actually, what we have done for the students. We know that when I joined here on 31st of December 2019, within about 3 months or so, on 24th of March 2020, we had the COVID. And at that time, about 8,000 students were there on the campus, out of a total of about 14,000 plus. And the very first job that on 24th of March 2020 was for me to find out a solution for what has happened when the Prime Minister declared lockdown across the country. And then I got help from all my faculty colleagues who are in the association, the faculty, the staff members who are in the union, then SCST union, officers, and all the other faculty, deans, etc., who were there on that time. I think I took everybody on board, and 10th of, I think 10:13 in the night to 12:30 in the night, we chalked out the whole plan. And then we tried to see as to how to keep the whole campus safe, including our own students. And I must tell you that the minister at that time, Pokhriyal Sahab, used to, every third day he used to ask me, Tiwariji, what is the condition of our boys? And let me tell you that with all my faculty colleagues, particularly the deans, the heads, and the deputy director, Sriman Bhattacharya was there at that time, and B.N. Singh was the registrar. So I think with another dean students affairs at that time, I used to go to each hall of residence every 15 days and keep the tempo of those students high, and see that I think this is a time. And I can tell you that not a single casualty took place, and the students were taken care of very, very well. And when there was lockdown, unlock 1.0, I think they were sent to their houses very safe with all the facilities that we have to some of them with bus, with car, and all sorts of facility that we could get across and send the students. After that, I think the number has increased, and it was very essential to understand how to take care of these people. There was a question which was asked to me when I appeared for the director's position, that why these students are left out. Now, I had no answer to that because somebody else was looking after this, and therefore I say that I think I will look into this, and therefore I immediately wanted to know to how best we can serve this institute, particularly the students. I had several meetings with the students on various counts, so far as the safety is concerned, so far as the food is concerned, so far as their amenities in the hostels are concerned, so far as their uh, counseling center is concerned. I think I had several rounds of meeting with all the office bearers at that time when we had our VP, student Jim Khana. I had first time I had put only one dean, and I approached over a period of time because I know that it was a very tough task for one dean to take care of about 14,000 students, and therefore we realized that there is a need to look into greater details of these students. We had discussed with the students. We had taken steps to see that all the facilities are given to them, but at the same time, they were also asked that you should not take things granted and be within the limits of the code of conduct, particularly in the institutes like this, because everybody else is looking to you from outside. I think we have tried our level best by putting four deans. I think all four deans are professors. It's a different way that we took one dean as a dean and the other three as associate deans, including a lady dean as well. And it was very difficult to manage all those students, but I think we have tried to manage, and we have tried to do well with them. Sometimes I had some difficulties with the students, particularly that was because I think when the lockdown took place and when we wanted to get them, it was not easy to get them here because we had several things to look into, and if any casualty takes place during that period of time, I think we will be answerable to that. And therefore, I think during that period of 2020, 2021, when there was second COVID, and we were not in a position to bring them. But slowly over the, I think the later part of 2021, we started bringing them from December, I suppose, and from January or so. Later, that means around April, around February, March of 2022. But what happened, in fact, our faculty colleagues continued to give some of the lectures on physical mode, but they continued to give these lectures um, on the online mode. And when the month of April came, I think it was very difficult for the students to just come out from the COVID portion of online teaching. We had several steps taken during the period of time to see that the students are properly evaluated and questions are set in such a way. There should be a continuous evaluation which we had thought of. But during that period of April, when we wanted to have the exam, I think faculty friends were also right that yes, there should be now physical examination and we should get back to the old system. And our student friends were also clear that sir, we had so far we had all online. Why should we go for physical straight away? I think there should be from both sides. And therefore, I think they some 3,000, 4,000 came suddenly to the director's portico, and then people told me that you do not go there. I said, no, I must go. If my students are having a problem, I must face. And I went amidst them. Even the security was not interested to throw me out there, but I went there, talked to them, and they said that you will have to listen to us in an open house. And therefore, I went to I told them that we have a Senate, and after that Senate we will have open house. That day we had open house. I had a tough time, but I had kept all my deans with me, and I asked the students to put forth their points of view. I think this was a very cordial meeting. Of course, you can understand when the students are there, some naughty thing they will definitely do it, but that's a part of the game. And therefore, I think this meeting went for about 4.5 hours, and via media, and I said that this examination is optional. That's the only word I used. And after that, I think the whole crowd was on their feet, and they say that yes, this is the best decision we have got, and we had this overcome this situation of that in I think it was March end or April first week, March end I think, yes, and we had the examination. After that, in July 2022, I think the classes started, most of them in physical mode. Students also came to a greater extent. But somehow or the other, I think because people have just come from their places and various other things have happened, we had already some people on the campus, some were coming. Somehow or the other, I think we had an unfortunate incident, and we lost one of our very brilliant student. During that period, I think the students somehow or the other could not control their emotions. Of course, those 2 days of 14th and 15th of October, 2022, I was not in the campus, and therefore somehow or the other, I think we could not manage well, and therefore there was an interference from the outside, and we had a very bad fiasco as such. And I would not like to say anything beyond that. And I would say that after that, I think we had painful nights with some of our students because they had to visit the police station and all that. But we all helped them, and we have come out of that. We never want such a situation, but I think I'm grateful to all my faculty colleagues and the student friends that they have now come together, and we are working together in this with various other things. Whenever they were during, I can say that once during 2021 October, we had closed the institute for about 3 weeks, and I had told them that please look after your own friends wing wise, and they did it excellently well. They had also helped us in various convocation, etc., and we have given them certificates. I think we are on board with them, and hopefully things will happen better for them. Next, to our alumni, I will definitely like to talk immediately after students are our alumni. I think all of you who are alumni here and alumni across the globe, I think I will say that I am grateful to each one of you. So far, last 5 years, I have got lots of suggestions and advices to how to see that we get best out of the infrastructure that we have at this place, whether it is the human resource or the funds or the laboratories, etc. I think all the ways I am grateful to you, and you have helped us in going ahead. Yes, some of the situations which I would like to just place across to you is that, friends, I think we have not heard big donations like what we hear for Bombay IIT, Delhi IIT, and for Kanpur and other situations. I would know that our alumni are the largest in the whole world, and therefore we have got, I think, if I say a gross figure, I don't know, our Devashish and international relations RDN who are maybe in a position to tell, but I think around 60 crores we have got in the forms of various scholarships. Our Ashokda was talking about the scholarships and all that. I think yes, very much. Some of the projects here and there we have also got, but we have not got something very big which we could say. Recently, we had, in fact, Jet 21, through which we want to have something for the entrepreneurship, and possibly they are going to have something in the order of about 100 crores or so in the next 5 to 10 years of time that they have said, and this is a new program which we started for the students as well as for the alumni as that, and I think it was just done very recently, I think 20th of November or so, and 21st of November, and there is some move has taken place. What I will like to keep with you, friends, or our alumni, senior professors, that please, when you have definitely done a lot. So, for example, the centers of excellence that you have given, our our the Vinod Gupta School of Management, then GS Saneal Telecommunication School, then our Ron and Chitra Gupta School of Infrastructure, our Sokde Sharkar's Petroleum, and other centers which have come up. I think Partho Ghosh Academy of Leadership, and several other centers which have come up. Friends, what has happened is the ministry is of the opinion that you see that these centers are very good and they are added to what is required. But I think it is very difficult to manage this center because of the funds. And the ministry says that you should have minimum people in the centers which has been opened by the alumni. I think they should be able to support them. And we have worked out, and therefore I think we would like to have at least 1 crore a year in each of the centers so that we can take care of the faculty and the development. This is what I can place to you as a ballpark figure to you, that something of 1 crore per year will be required to see the centers grow. I would also request that in case you feel that some lump sum money could also be given, which is not with any strings, that will help us in having certain infrastructure development. We are very grateful also to all of you that the students' activities, particularly Vinod Gupta, which has taken for AC Pandya. I think we are grateful to that. It's a good facility which has been created in Department of Agriculture Engineering, which Vinod Gupta wanted that it should be in different departments as well. And the first thing which we wanted to do for the institute, I know that when I had met in 2020 Ron and even Asokda, I think there was a talk of transparency. I can tell you that we have found out a solution, and the solution is that it is very much evident in the Nehru Ka Tempo. And I think we have 5.6 crores have been spent. The other day Vinod Jain told me, and I can tell you that nobody knows about that 5.6 crore and how best the rooms have been renovated. All the students are so happy. I think a formula has been found out. Friends, I just want to tell you this was not there at all, but I think we have, with the blessings of the Board of Governors, we have got a formula that the director is authorized to order this particular any work that the alumni wants to do. Please identify a person who will do the work, give the money to him, find out one of our alumni who will monitor the work and also inform you day to day. We are ready to give the water and electricity as well as the place where it is required to be made. I think this has worked very well. Now the next one, I can tell you, our VG Narayan, I think the lady, I am sure if she is there, she must be hearing. I think she is a happy lady now, and very soon we will see the meditation center which she wanted to do. As such, I am sure that many of my faculty friends, alumni friends would be interested to do several other things. Friends, come forward. We have met Sundar Pichai. I think we had gone that time. I wanted to take some of our alums with him because he says that limited number of people should be there. So I had called Asokda, I have called Vin Gupta and Ron Gupta, and I think Asokda could not come because of his health position or so. And Ron Gupta and Vinod Gupta came there. I think I am grateful to them that was a very good. So we could impress upon him and say that how far the institute is growing, and we need the help from persons like him. And he has he has not given any written promise, but I'm sure that he has a feeling for this institute, and he would definitely look something in this direction. Hope that such things come up and the institute will grow. Well, friends, I can tell you that there are several examples of all friends which are coming forward, but please look into this. This is what I would like to place to you. Secondly, I am also happy that the hospital which was started here, Sama Prasad Super Specialty Hospital, I think when I joined 2020, I went there and I did not see any single thing. It was ready in 2018. Similarly, the research park was also ready in 2018. But I joined in 2020 and virtually on January. And I can tell you that I told to my faculty friends that there will be a mission of this institute because we were aimless so far. I can tell you with every due humility and respect to each one of you that we had no mission and we had no vision. I think we wanted that let's have a look at where we want to reach. Like if you want to reach to moon, similarly we thought that let us go think of top 10 in the world. And after that, I think next day I had gone to the hospital and I saw that nothing has been done. 2018 somewhere it was ready. I don't know what have happened. The people around, they never looked at that, but there were a lot of problems in the Rajarhat Research Park as well as in the hospital. I had to take up all those things. There was a very bad situation, particularly in the hospital, and no bed, nothing was there. But I am grateful to all my alumni friends that who had donated about 60 beds. Few beds we shifted into our BC Roy Technology Hospital because there were old were to be replaced, and about 250 are there already in the Sama Prasad Mukherjee this thing. I would also request, I would like to name here because Mukund Padmanabhan has told me that, sir, we would like to do anything for the hospital. And I had told him that for every OT we require about something of the order of about 4.5 to 5 crores, keeping in view the equipment as well as the facility to be maintained, and keeping in the repair and maintenance, etc. for each. We have 10 OTs. We have got a van, I think medical van from a local industrialist, and he has also promised to give about 150 beds or so. I don't know after my going whether he will keep his promise or not. Hopefully, the person who will come here will take care of this and see that those 150 beds which he has promised will also be coming. We have the second phase we have not started. I would request the next person who is coming here to see that the next phase is started. I think this is the other thing which I would like to say about alumni. I'm grateful to each one of you friends, but I think you have done a lot. I think, but I will put across that you have to do a lot across these people. Now, second, I am coming to my staff members. I think when we think of thinking of going in the top 10 in the world, we have to have a vision, and only the jhaduwala should also be looked after. Unless he or she looked after, you will not be able to have excellence, because in the office when you go there and it is dirty, I think that you cannot call your office as excellence. And therefore, right from the sweeper to the officers, I think we wanted to look into their welfare. We have done a lot of activities with them, and I can tell you that we had instituted about 32 awards. So about every 25 persons who are involved in this institute for last 4 years, I think we are giving them excellence award, staff excellence award. And this used to be, I will not say that this is something very new, but I think there was few and far between 1 or 2 persons were given. Just if I am director, I like my PS, I will give him this award. This used to happen earlier. But on my administration, we have thought that no, nothing like this. We would like to have a constructive approach, and all the staff members, the senior staff members, including the then registrar, were involved in formulating this, and we are giving this for last fourth year also, fourth year. For the faculty, these, and I can tell you that we have recruited over 718 plus the staff members. I think it's not an easy task. It has not happened in last 20 years. I can say I have been here in the institute for 50 years. I can tell this has not happened because I know Professor Chopra's time, every alternate year there used to be advertisement. But now, when we knew that we have 17,000 students on the campus, we have to have a ratio of 1:10 that was given, because in 2019 we were thought of institute of eminence, and therefore we have to have a ratio of 1:10. And if you go back to 1951, in fact, in that book which I have it fortunately, and that book says that we should have thought of 1:10 and 1:5 for the laboratory classes. So you can understand that 1:10 ratio, we do not have the 1:10 ratio, and therefore there was our admission, we thought that there should be a need to have efficiency in the whole system. And for having that efficiency, what should we do? And therefore we have to have more staff members, we have to more faculty members. And therefore every January, I think we had advertisement, and we thought that by 31st of July that year, we will complete that round of advertisement and completion of the recruitment. We have, that way we have recruited over 414 faculty members. This is a record which has been done in the whole country for that matter, even for the staff as well. And more have been on the anvil, and things will happen again. I'm sure that whoever comes, he will take care of the facility and do the needful in this direction. So we have done this part. Now when we thought of doing the efficiency, I think it was very essential that how do we increase. See, we had only a Dean of UG, Dean of PG, but it was not enough because we have several departments. Today we have about 60 departments, department centers, schools and academy. Let me tell you that we have added 2 departments, Department of Education and Department of AI. Then we have used about 11 centers have been introduced, and 1 school, and one academy. I will say that, well, Parthogos Academy, he says that he gave money earlier, but I think when I came, I had a discussion with him at fresh, and then we started. So I will definitely claim that our administration has been Parthogos Academy. So we have contribution in each one of these. And on the basis of the idea that we thought that we have several schools and departments, we should channelize, because we have engineering schools and architecture, we have sciences, we have biosciences, and we have interdisciplinary centers. And therefore, we had deans, that we had Dean of Faculty of Engineering and Architecture, with whom we have given 2 associate deans, all are professors by the way, so that they can independently think and also take the load of the faculty of dean, which used to be earlier UG and PG, that's all. But I think they will take care of that. Similarly, for Dean of Faculty of Sciences, Dean of Faculty of Interdisciplinary and bioscience, biotechnology, with the associate deans, each one of them. I think it has been a very good team, and the team has been working. I'm grateful to each one of them who have helped me in this journey for last 5 years or so. I think there also I can tell you that my faculty senators had grilled me a lot, and they never wanted to have a change. And you know that change is the only constant thing, I believe. But my friends, I think I had a tough time. But I'm grateful to them that ultimately they agreed after 6 months. And when I had to force it that they're nothing doing, I think we'll have it. And therefore we could do the academic restructuring, and the efficiency has increased. They also appreciate this part of it. We have Dean of Infrastructure and also Associate Dean of Infrastructure for civil as well as for electrical. I think this has also worked. And I said about the Dean of Students Affairs. Now the students are looked after. Some of the teachers are very well known by, I know somebody used to say that if there is a problem, call RM sir. So there is something called RM sir, who is now Dean of International Relations, but he was Students Affairs Dean at that time. We have all the deans, I think all of them, whoever they are there, I think they are listening. I am grateful to each one of them, because they just put every effort. And I told them that please remember yourself, you are a director at the position where you are. Do not think that you need advice from me. I still remember that when I became director, the next day when I told to faculty members, they wanted to have several questions. I said, friends, just the other day I was there with you, and when I have come across the table, don't think that I have answered to everything. If you have a problem, I know you will have a problem, come with a set of solutions, and we will have a cup of tea and take one of them. This is the formula which I wanted to have. We had at most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, but yes, I think that could be taken as my failure, that maybe 1% of the time I could not satisfy my friends, but it is the part of the game. I think that is the occupational hazard. I would take it and go ahead. So therefore, I think efficiency has increased, and that is why we could have, I think, 414 faculty members and 718. We had the Dean HR, and the Dean HR has that, I think, restructured the administration. We are very happy that after a long time, we were rudderless. We got as captain of our ship, and Amit Jain joined us as the registrar of the institute. I think he has come with immense of knowledge and experience which he had in Navy, and that he has brought. And I think under his leadership of the staff, I'm sure the institute will go a long way in this particular direction as such. I think for the faculty, I think definitely, while we say that the faculty, I know that if somebody becomes professor, he thinks as what else. But I think for that also we have instituted 35 awards. This was not there at all. But I think we have put chair professors, faculty's excellence award, as well as the faculty technology transfer as well. And then we had been giving this for last 3 years or so. Yes, we have been tough slightly, because we would like to maintain the standard. If somebody is to have become a chair professor of IIT Kharagpur, I think he will be definitely at a higher level. He has to be at a higher level, and that's why it is slightly tougher. But I think those awards are there for them to grab. We had also alumni award as well for the young alumni. I think I am grateful to alumni again that they instituted it, run for 2 years, I think. But I hope that again it will be revived, and that could be taken care of as well. So the faculty also, I think faculty members, I had been with them for a long time. I am also a faculty, and from the day I joined, I think I joined the association, and therefore there is need for association as such. And I would like to say that when I joined, our association was defunct, and when they came to meet me, I said, friends, you are defunct from last 7 years, and therefore you should do one thing, that to get it registered. They got it so that your voices will be heard. Fair enough. I think that has happened. And sometimes my faculty friends, the last 3
3 years. They have been a great source of inspiration and dialogue, and it is very essential that in Senate we should have talk. We have more than 300 senators, and until unless there are difference of opinion, I think the best will not come out. I believe in that, and therefore, yeah, Chris, I had the first meeting of my Senate for about 10.5 hours, and I think we could get whatever we wanted, and we could help without any prejudice to anyone, and without any bias. We had all transparency, and we could help a student who did not get PhD for 14 years in a particular department. I think I need not say the name. And after that, I think many such cases which were put by the other gentleman who was the guide to the institute have been withdrawn. And therefore, I can tell you that it is the question of transparency. It is the question of also positive thinking, which has sometimes been lacking in few of us, and that has a problem. But I think that's part of the game. Well, I think with the moment I closed in COVID, what I had to take the safety of the institute, because I have been in the system for last 55 years, 57 years, and I have seen what has happened in the campus over the period of time. And now, the moment we got an opportunity, we closed all the gates during COVID, and slowly we wanted to open the gates. And we wanted that these gates should be regulated. Now, you have seen a gate, and this is not my dream. This is a dream of one of the students whom I had seen in a small movie, and he said that there is no place, I don't know whether I am entering into a Basti or IIT Kharagpur. And I think now I am sure the person, wherever he is, he will say that his dreams have been realized. It's not my dream, please do not think. And I tell you that we are all grateful to each one of you and the faculty and the staff and students for all these activities which have been done over a period of time. Therefore, it was not possible for us to open every gate. And you must have seen that cow catchers used to be there, but there is no cow catcher today, because from Chandi Mandir gate, I think the cows used to come, and the people from outside used to come and encroach all the space where it was meant for us. So that gate was closed. And then the Pirimbajar gate, in fact, in 93, the government of West Bengal has given this land to IIT Kharagpur. Many of the people do not know, but in the recent case, when some of the persons who have allegiance to some of the political parties, I think I must mention because it is mentioned by the judge as well, and they went to the court to see that the Prem Bazaar gate should be opened. And if it is opened, I can tell you that we have got also permission from the Board of Governors that this gate will remain closed forever, because of the safety of the people. And but these people went to court, and the court's judgment is very much there, and court has said that this court is not here to give judgment to IIT Kharagpur, which is Institute of Eminence, and they must be given several, I think, enough latitude to see that how they will maintain the safety and the security of the people inside the campus, about 26,000 people in the campus, and therefore that gate. But somehow or the other, my faculty friends who said that they have to be opened the gate, I had some difference of opinion, but I think over the period I always told them. But they wrote about 100 letters to me, and I did not answer. So that is the one thing which they wanted to have. Secondly, when we tried certain other ventures, friends, particularly when we wanted to have the outreach activities, and particularly in the outreach activities, I can tell you that I was given on 17th of August 2021 to go to Malaysia, and we were the first to be given this task. I had gone with all sincerity of purpose and with all open mind. I went there, and we did lot of discussions somehow or the other, but I think we failed, and I am grateful to all my the alumni friends, all Vin, Ron, Asokda, Suresh, all, and even Arjun, all people were there along with me. They advised me rightly, and therefore I can tell you, friends, that the stage is that we are going to have G2G. On 30th of April this year, I met Jaisankar, our the External Affairs Minister, and he has said that, Professor Tiwari, the move that you have taken, we will stick to that, G2G, and therefore we are stuck there. Yes, we have failed. I have failed there, but I think that's part of the game. I accept it. And Delhi IIT and Abu Dhabi campus which they have got, it is because of G2G. Same thing in Madras. So please do not think that they had difficult. I had the difficult problem. I will say we had the difficult problem, but I can tell you that I discussed with all my faculty friends several days and months. But even then, some of my faculty friends who are there in the association, they thought that I am keeping things to myself, and I am not telling. So this is another point which they raised, which they should not have. Then the third point, in fact, friends, I tell you that when I came here, there was some irregularity in the fundings that they are given to some of the faculty friends, about 36, and those faculty friends wanted that I should pardon them for that. It's not my job. It's the ministry which wanted that you recover this money which has been wrongly given. So that was another point which were there in their agenda. Then the fourth point, actually they wanted the gate, and then Malaysia. Then in fact what happened, friends, just the other day when we wanted to have our Senate members, 2 Senate members are sent from the Senate to the board. You know that 4 members are taken by the government of India, and those are very experienced persons, and therefore it is very essential that the 2 persons who are representing the Senate or the whole IIT Kharagpur faculty, I think they should be very experienced persons, and therefore I think they have difference of opinion. They wanted a very young person to go there, but we wanted a very senior person, and there is the difference that our faculty friends had. This is another point which they wanted to discuss. They gave me about 50-60 mails. I did not answer to that. You may see that director is doesn't meet people and all that, but this is another point which they wanted to have. I did not listen because I knew that I have explained beyond doubt and several locations. Now these are some of the things which you wanted. They had put in several other things. For example, I think they said that we have not followed the rules and regulations. I can tell you that for all these 718 staff members as 414 faculty members, I have followed the rules of the game, what is there in the statutes, many things. In my last Senate, I think faculty friends wanted that I should be so caused because I have not given them 7 days time agenda. I think even this has not happened any time, but yes, I was ready, and I told them that please ask the chairman board of governors to give so cause to the director, because I have not followed the statute 747, wherein it was written that the agenda of the Senate should be given, and they do not know that it is the power of the chairman Senate to overrule everything which has been given by the same statutes as well. But even then I did not overrule that, but I listened to all of them, and I was prepared to be there till the next morning, but somehow the other things happened, and everything was all right, taken care of. So this much I can tell you, that this is the difference of opinion which my friends had, and I am sorry that they had to go to the media. The moment they went to media, I was keeping quiet, and I was thinking that if they have gone to the media, and media is asking me every day, what is your concern? And therefore I had to take the hard step of asking them to so cause. And I can tell you, friends, after giving them time, they have not been in a position to answer because they don't have the answer. They have said that, well, there is the giving evidence and writing, this is not the answer, we should sit down. Now question is that they have done character assassination of the whole institute, which I cannot sustain. On behalf of each one of you, the alumni, I tell you that we cannot bow down to such ideas, maybe few of these people, but I think this is what has happened. Now the situation came to the board of governors. The chairman was here, and he has discussed with them. I will not like to tell you what he discussed, but I think they must have got the message. Now I'll tell you social structures. I think our deputy director was talking. We have done a lot for the social structure. I'm grateful to alumni again that in 2020 when the COVID took, I remember that Vinod Gupta called me and said that, Tiwariji, what are you doing? I said, I don't know what is to be done, but all these eateries and all the ward boys, what will happen to them? He said that you find out a plan and give it to me. And I can tell you that by evening we sat together and gave a plan of $1 million. And I can tell you by the night, with the help of each one of you, all the faculty member, alumni, I think we got pledged $1 million. And we were given a task that it has to be, transparency has to be maintained so far as the utilization of this money was there. I can tell you that every 15 days we were giving them the record of what is happening, what is the expenditure. And that way we have about 40,000 families across in IITs and outside IIT. Of course, we have given to the maid servants and all other people who are working in the construction here. So this is the society part we have done, and I'm grateful to alumni that they helped us in this particular venture, and they helped it. So society also. There was no food court. I think she was talking of the food court. Yes, I think the food court, we had all people from local people were always giving us eateries, and anything you have to go to eat, you will find the same quality and same type of thing. And therefore, I think our students do need something new. You see that today we have several ATMs in the hostels, and there is no money. I have not given a single paisa. They have just talked to the vendors or the companies. They have come and installed, and they are being managed with all security and everything, I can tell you. And therefore, I think, well, I think this some of the things which you do, the food court which has come up, this food court, at least as you were saying, I think this is one which is new to this particular campus. And there also some of questions have been asked to me, and I think I love those questions, because they say that why the rule was, I think, not followed of calling these quotations and all that. And friends, you know, all over the world we talk of lowest quotations, and you think lowest means you will get lowest. If you give peanuts, you will get monkeys, and I believe in that. Therefore, I thought that let me take a decision, and we have got good places where our students, faculty, staff, and even outsiders can come and enjoy these places. Those who have come, they will see. Those who have not come, they will come back and see what the facilities are there. We are going to have many other things. I failed in another aspect of the hospital and the college. Friends, let me tell you that people do not know. Even the ministry was possibly thinking that V.K. Tiwari is trying his own. When the minister called me one day, and he said that you should be thinking of a medical college, because you have medical science for a long time and there is an approval. And then I went back to that approval and saw that the undergraduate education has to be also started. For that, I think there is a rule, and we tried as per the rule of NMC, National Medical Commission. And that commission is just like the Medical Commission of India, earlier MCI, and this commission is very, very tough. The requirement is very tough. I think we tried our level best. I have failed 4 times, because their requirement is that you have to have 80 teachers. I had recruited more than 50 teachers, but over the period since there was nothing, we could have the MOUs with railways, which is a 340-bed hospital, and it is running for 125 years. We were about 33 years MOU with them. We had also MOU with AIMS Kalyani, with MOU with Delhi, and MOU with also Bhubaneswar and all. But even then we failed. But I am sure recently, when the ministry wanted to know the details of this, why this hospital has not been started, which the government spent about 230 crores, and they could know that, oh, this is the approval of the government of India itself. So now possibly they will take it, and they will be in a position to utilize this and have this. So I failed there. I hope that the medical education will also be starting, and I will need your help to see that Sama Prasad Mukherjee and BC Roy Technology. In fact, there is another thing, friends, I would like to say. We had a tough time of water in the campus. When I have been in the campus boy, and I know very well that there was a lot of problem of campus. And this problem was left by one director, and the 3 directors did not do anything. I will not name them. But in 2020, when I took up, God was there with me, and therefore the DRM was a good friend of mine for last 5 years. And when he became DRM, I think he did this job in 1 year. And today we have 4 MGD water for this campus. We required only 1.73 MGD today. And we have also sanctioned money for about cleaning of this water. And we have a feeling that that water should be, we can take that water from tap as well. That's the vision that our administration has thought of, and hope things will be there. We do have our electrical systems. I think we have revamped the electrical systems. We have spent crores of money for that, for our CIC, where the computer center as well as the internet connections. I think we have gone into that back and seen that how best we can, we have changed, because it's the last 25 years or so. Our ERP system, which is the best in the country, I can tell you, and we have been in a position to utilize that ERP. Yeah, I'm grateful to all the faculty, staff and faculty working in the ERP, that we could give this ERP to some of the IITs, some of the NITs, some of the IMs, and most of the NITs as well. Of course, we have been asked also to take up on board Samarth as well. I think we will take up as per the convenience, the way things come up. But the ERP which we have developed, our faculty friends who developed over the period of time, has yielded results, and we are very proud of that for this activity. And therefore, I can tell you that we wanted to do our studies. Now, what we have done from the other social structure, I can tell you that the 3 hostels which has come up, Savitribai Phule, two girls hostels already in operation. Then the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Hospital, the hostel has also started. We had international hostel which was meant for international students, and those international students, I think we in that place we have accommodated the girls as well. We have large number of the women here. We have about more than 20% of this, and recently we got in fact an award for the women in STEM. IIT Kharagpur, some of our lady friends had got and received this award also. So I think we are true there also. Several of our women are in the administration as well, and more and more the girls representation are coming out in various places. For the those hostels, we have taken care of those hostels and facilities which the students have. We are also planning to have several other hostels and facilities which are coming up. Academic tower will be coming up in future, which has work has been started. I think we have connected also with the alumni. I think our Jetli ji is here. I think he is also spearheading the adoption of some 75 villages in the 75th year of our existence at IIT Kharagpur. I must also tell you, friends, that while we are thinking of all these things, we are not forgetting that we are the first IIT which started the IIT system, and therefore the Platinum Jubilee is going to be celebrated as Platinum Jubilee of the IIT system, and therefore all the 23 IITs will be on board on these celebrations, which will start from January 2025 to December 2026. And I think in this fashion we will be in a position to take up everything. Now the research part, I can tell you, friends, that our course curriculum was not were revived, and therefore in 2020, 29th of July, when the NEP 2020 was started, we are the first IIT in the country to take up the whole course curriculum change. We have done it. Several aspects of the NEP 2020 has been taken up. We have in same NEP 2020 there was Department of Education we were to establish, and we are the first IIT in the country. And in fact, incidentally, since I was also the director of IIT Bhubaneswar, I have started there also, but they started 2 months later in the same year 2023, and then we had the next year the Department of AI as such. So this is another way that we are getting entry, and we started that department as well. I think we had been in a position to do it, and the options that we have given to the students, this we were told that the students are not exposed to the industries, and therefore we have started something called SAP, so semester away program, where the student could be away for about 8 months in any country, in any organization, any industry in the world, anywhere. I think there I would like to request our alumni friends to help us wherever they are, but I think we have alumni across in the Australia, US, Europe, Malaysia and other places. I think we should look into and try to help these students. I think they will require about $3,000 to about $4,000 per month. But I am sure that if our faculty friends come, alumni friends and also faculty friends through them come across, I am sure that we will be able to support many of the students. 2020 we took the decision, and from 2023 it has to start. I am sure few students have gone. 2024 some students will be going, and this is what. We have also taken several examples of lot of interdisciplinary. We have started that entry at IIT Kharagpur will only be at the level of BA Tech and BS. We have changed our physics, chemistry, maths, which was BSc, MSc. We have changed to BS and MS, and a lot of opportunities has been given. Student can take up any course. We have all the centers of excellence which were there. I think we have taken care of all the aspects of the students' amenities, the faculty's leverage, and given the faculty. The departments have been given, I think in the last 4 years or so, I think about close to about 350 to 400 crores we have given in the form of equipment, etc. We have got the money from the government of India, and I am sure that things will happen in future as well. And the laboratories are being revamped for the INI money that we got. Today we have on the campus about 60 plus students on the campus. My own department itself, we have students from Nigeria and all of African countries or so. I think we are now meeting too. Recently we started. We had several good projects. I think you will be able to know that we have started very recently. I think our Dean IR was there, and we have this Spark project which is doing very well. And we have started the Spark Giant. That means Germany, India academic networking for tomorrow. I think this is another program which will cater at about 200 crores or so. We have revived what we have with UK India program, which is also going to be revived, and we have a new center which should have come to us in 2017 itself. I don't know the reason why it did not come to us, but I think we have been in a position to get this center for DRDO, which will be here for for 25 years. And we have started the journey. There is a director who is appointed. He is very much here, and that is will be about 250 to 300 crores. We are also gratefully another center of excellence which we have got from Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. From there we have got about 250 crores, and that center has been established in our Department of Architecture. And the ranking, etc., I would just like to come and tell you that, friends, when I took over, it was 314 ranking in QS ranking. I am not bothered about any other ranking, but I can tell you to 314 2020 when I saw. And today our ranking is 222, and we are third in the whole India, because IIT Bombay is 118, IIT Delhi is 150, and IIT Kharagpur is 222. Madras has been always behind us. Please remember this, that people say that Madras is the IIT number 1 in NIRF. I can tell you that NRF, we are 5, but I can tell you that the formula which we have questioned, because it is because we have large number of students, it is a disadvantage to that, which I consider that should be rectified, and which I have told to the minister as such in the last meeting on 20th of August when I met him in Research Park, and they have also echoed the views. And the director of IIT Delhi, Rangan Banerjee, has already reached into ministry in this regard. And therefore I can tell you that our data, etc., yes, we had some hiccups. Maybe I will take the responsibility. I had also gone to US and I was questioned why we are 7th, but I think I took the responsibility and said that I have done the mistake. But I think we have recovered from there, and I can tell you that the day is not far when we will be number 1 in the whole country as well. And we will be definitely reaching to top 10 in the world, because we have the vision and we have the zeal, we have the faculty members. I am telling you that we have the wealth of faculty members who are top quality researchers in this institute. Only thing is we need to think together, and I am sure that if the person sits in this chair and he has a positive frame of mind, I am sure with transparency he or she will be able to do anything that that is required for this to take this institute to top. I am sure, but do you know how we have challenged? It is not possible to be the top 10 in the world. You will ask this question. I have been told even in US that is possible, but we have planned in this way. See, we have several centers of excellence, and the centers of excellence which have been started in last 5 years, I can tell you 10 centers which are on the lines of what G20 declaration. You must have heard that our country was the 2023 G presidency was given to us, and whatever has been there, we have picked up from there. And all the centers of excellence which you will find, they are in the areas of precision agriculture and food nutrition, energy, semiconductor mission, and the quantum mission, then the AI, the environment, energy, industry 4.0, rare earth metals, blue economy. I think, friends, I can tell you advanced transportation. Recently, we just had the other day, about 10 days, 5, 6, 7, I think 24th, we had with the Ministry of Transport as well, and very likely that we may start a center of excellence or a MTech course in maybe the transport engineering, I think the tunnel engineering. So maybe friends from civil engineering, friends from geology and mining, they will come together and start it. I have given them a word. So I think, friends, we have been working. While NEP 2020 is the first, we are the first, and the G, as per the G20 declaration, also we have picked up. And therefore, I can tell you that the MOUs, etc., which we have done from across the globe, we have done revamping of some of the MOUs, and I am confident that if we have a positive frame of mind and not a director-driven system, I am sure my alumni are capable to advise us. I would only request that they should be advising us and not trying to run the institute. This is what my, with all, with apology, I would like to just say this thing. And I am sure that the institute will be in the good hands. Sure, it's possible that we will definitely reach to top 10 in the world. The situations which have been picked up, I am sure I have picked up everything. If I am left, I can tell you that what Jetli has picked up for the 75 villages, which will be also taken up. Work has also been started with the alumni, and we are doing work in that area as well. We can tell you that we have done for the government of West Bengal, we have done a lot of work. And the government of West Bengal is grateful to us because we have trained their farmers, we have trained their the officers, agricultural officers. We have also helped them in the in the safety of their safety and health monitoring of their buildings, as well as the bridges, etc., by my different departments of civil engineering, the geology and mining. I think we had done everything with the government of West Bengal. What I also could not do is, I can tell you friends, we wanted to have, people say that reaching IIT Kharagpur is a tough task, but I think this is an advantage to us. But at the same time, we need to have also to reach to Calcutta faster. And I had been trying for last 4 years. I failed, I would say, but they had promised by December the airport at Kalaikunda will start. I think we have done everything. Just one letter if comes from the government of West Bengal that please go ahead, we will acquire the land of 45 acres in due course of time. Even they say that in 5 years, no problem. The person is ready at the Air India Kalaikunda base, and we are going to have. Very soon, I can tell you friends that we have also going to have an MOU with Oil India. I think they have CBG plant will be established here, about 150 crores. Our alumnus Rath ji is there. I think Ranjit Rath is there as the chairman of Oil India. I think he has come across, and we are going to have the system for the piping of gas as well, and this has been planned, and I am sure in 26, 27 you will find that this campus will have fully gas, which will be coming to the to your houses, just like water, and the CBG plant which we are going to have in consultation with the railways, the municipality, Kharagpur municipality, as well as the I think rail, our ERF, I mean EFR, Salwa. So with these, I think we will be in a position to do everything that has been thought of. I have, in summary, I would like to say, friends, that we have, if you see that ranking, we are not bad. We have a vision, and I'm sure if we go ahead, take everybody together, we will definitely reach. We have to take care of the students, we have to take care of the faculty, we have to take care of the staff members, all sections of society. We have to take together, we have to see the community over here, and I am grateful to each and every person who has been with me in this journey for the 5 years. 30th of this month we are going to have our convocation. I am grateful to our alumni who has just in one shot he has agreed, Pradeep Khoshla. We have also our guest of honor alumni, not alumni, but Professor Bhushan Patwardhan, who is there on the campus and is also connected to Indian knowledge system here. We have given, I can tell you friends, we have given the largest number of DAA to, in my tenure. You can see the records. We have given the largest number, I think I would say, not largest in the DSC, but I think in 2022 I could not get the approval. This year also 4 names went, but I could not get approval. But after that, I think we have given more number of DS. We have given DSC, we have given DAA, YAA, and I am sure that more and more such awards will be started. The Life Fellow Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award was started by our administration. I am grateful to all my friends who advised me that we should have something like this. I think we have given to our senior professors who at the age beyond 75 years. I think we have taken care of everything that has been thought of and you can think of around. With this, I am grateful to each one of the people who are listening to me today. I'll be laying down my office on 31st, and I'm grateful to each one of you. Thank you. I will have the great memory of this institute forever. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed report. Now I request our Vicky Jeki sir to carry on with the question and answer round.
Thank you, Palani. Thank you, Professor V.K. Tiwari ji. You took more than 1 hour. And let me congratulate you for the excellent report card which you have submitted for the last 5 years. And I was amazed, really amazed. We didn't have a script. He didn't have a teleprompter, but he just moved like anything, covering each and every point. Let's give it a hand to him first. That's a really great report card, I must say. While he was explaining so many achievements during last 5 years, he did describe a lot many failures also which he couldn't achieve. I must appreciate his humbleness for all that. Let's give a big hand for that also. Because many times people try to hide their failures. He described each one of them himself and said, yes, I failed. He took the responsibility on his shoulder. So, that covers a large number of questions which had come to me, because he has already answered those questions. Now, first thing, Tiwari ji, I want to ask you, and which many people have actually during casual conversations, what is the secret of your energy? You move so fast in the main building, other faculty members keep trying to catch up with you while walking. They find it very difficult to catch up with you. So what is the secret of your energy? My first question. He keeps running all around. Yes.
So my secret of is these young friends when I see, they are the source of my energy.
Great, great, great. Okay, now here is one question from Akshay Kumar Azad, 82, Mumbai, and also Anish Reddy also. Both of them are concerned about the top 200 people, they don't come to IIT Kharagpur, at least top 100. So, why? And what is the entry All India rank KGP, the lowest rank who came to KGP? That's, he just wanted to know.
I think about this time 212.
212, okay. And then he has asked, is there any 5-year strategic plan for IIT Kharagpur to attract these people? Is there any plan?
Yes, I think I had a plan, and I think it should be planned properly with the faculty and students. The very first thing you should have is the airport we should have. We have to do this because that is one big entrance. The industries are to come. We have to utilize this center at Rajarhat. This is a place where we are, we have just started, but I think we have to create a hub in the Rajarhat Research Park, which is about 1,25,000 square feet of covered area. And if you can utilize that fruitfully, I'm sure that innovations which are supposed to be thought of will definitely go ahead a long way and attractive. Yes, I can tell you that it's not that 200 people are not coming. Remember, friends, this is a wrong question, I would say, because if you ask the people, everybody wants. I tell you, we have the talent in Bengal, and the Bengal talent, because of our friends, want to go to a place which is away from their family, because they have been in a lot of crashes. Just lighter way, I want to answer this question, that they want that Baba Mas Thike. And I think full fee exemption was also proposed for first 100. Okay, those are the things. But I can tell you that many of my students I have talked over this year, I can tell you I was JE chairman, and I can tell you that the students' first preference was to be away. Even the one Bengal boy who got 45 rank, I talked to him. He said, "Sir, ওই তো শুক্রবারে বাবা চলে আসবে, তারপর ওই বাবা মা এসে দুজনে আবার মাথা খেয়ে যাবে। ওই জন্য I want to go to Bombay." I can tell you this is. It was, I will not name the boy, but I can tell you this was, and that made me to think that there are many such things happening. You see the quality of the care that we take today for our wards. Right from the age of 4, we think that I have to put him in IIT or in medical. So that feeling is there until class 12 when he comes. I think he's burdened with so much of load, and therefore they want to run with this one lighter way. But I can tell you that yes, the attraction of the cities. Bombay, Delhi, Madras, but I would say that I would not like to consider that part. But definitely, if we have top quality research, let me, friend, you have asked a good question. I tell you, the question, when you were a student, you have seen the laboratory. Come and see the laboratories are just mildly. Why this has not been done in last 20 years? You should ask the question. I would also ask the question. The same lab which I did and the same lab I was taking. I tried my level best to get money, but it was difficult. I think there was no way to give money to the faculty, to heads of the department, so I don't know what was the planning at that time. But when I have come here, I see that we should give enough liberty to our faculty friends and also to the industries. Let the industries come up and have, we should give money to our faculty friends. You give them the way we give in Germany and France, so that they can hire students from anywhere across the globe, and then only they will be in a position. They should be able to have a lot of leverage for their laboratories, which is not there at all. So this is another thing which I have found. If I get 1,000 crores, I can tell you that in next 5 years of time, you will have the top people coming at IIT Kharagpur. This I can promise. Of course, I can promise on behalf of somebody else who will be here, but I have the zeal. If I am there, I can tell you that in next 5 years, you will see that all top people come here. I am sure I will not be there, but I can tell you that I have the gut feeling that we have the capability. Our faculty members are very, very brilliant faculty members. Only we need to have a good relationship with them, and we have to also try to motivate them. We have tried our level best, but I think some of the amenities which are still lacking. You see, we do not have for the top quality some of the teachers who want to have their spouses also to get something around this. We need help from people like you, all of you. Come here and establish such that our ladies who could be taken in lakes area of about 10 kilometers. I think within that, if you have something, I am sure that the students, faculty and other people will also be attracted here. Top quality people will come here. We should have more amenities for the international faculty members who will come over here. We should have more for the laboratories. Therefore, I think we have a plan to see that our laboratories are taken care of, the facilities to our faculty members, the students who are being taken from across the globe. I think there are opportunities. We should be allowing the industries to have some sponsor. I am sure that if the top industries are given some leverage, I am sure that many students from top quality places will come. Although we have given that first 100 will be given free education also we gave, but I think even then people did not join this place. There may be some other reasons. So I would like to say this is a very good question, and this needs to be debated and needs to be thought of as to what are the ways by which you should be going ahead to attract more and more, because we are not in a city. We have created a city-like situation here, and we need to create that. If you go to other universities in the world, I've also gone and seen that how in those universities they have created, we do not have a top quality hotel here. So we would like to have, we have selected a place of 8 acres, and there Vin Gupta had come and he has seen. I think if you can have something like this, top quality people can come over here as well. So we need some facilities which are required. It's not that why they are not coming. I think we need to have those things, then only they will be attracted. It will be automatic. We have been doing our level best to go there, and to every J system we have even I have addressed the student to give them as to what IIT Kharagpur has, and therefore we have been in a position to do it. But yes, your question is good, and still my answer is not to the point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Tiwari, on this. Let me just add one more point. It's the responsibility of the alumni also all over the world to change the perception in the minds of the people who want to get into IIT. It's our duty as alumni. I tell you, if you come to this campus, yes, coming may be a bit difficult compared to IIT Delhi or IIT Bombay, etc. But once you come here, I tell you, it's the most beautiful campus compared to all the old IITs particularly. Most beautiful campus. Absolutely neat and clean. And today in this weather, you can see all around flowers. And in fact, they are going to increase in the next 2 months. It's beautiful, let me tell you. Better than any other IIT. And our imposing building, it attracts you. The moment you enter the portals of learning, you really enjoy where you have come. It's really great. So it is our duty as alumni to spread that perception. And the bonding which the students enjoy here with the faculty, let me tell you, nowhere they enjoy that. That bonding is excellent in this place. So this is the duty of the alumni to spread this world around. Okay, you were saying about the cutting edge research and all that. One gentleman wants to know how many patents IIT KGP has filed during last 5 or 10 years.
I think last 5 years about 300 something. More than, I think about close to 400 patents have been filed. And let me tell you friends that some of is a good question. In fact, some of our faculty friends feel publish कर लेते हैं जल्दी हो जाएगा, patent में 5 साल लगेगा. But it's not so. I think we have also simplified that, and yes, it takes about 2 to 3 years. But I think patents and copyrights are coming up. Yeah, within 6 months also it seems that, and we had to have patent drives. We need to do that. I'm sure that the previous dean R&D did 100 patents. Current dean also is putting maybe 200 patents, something like that. We have to encourage the faculty friends and the students as well. A culture has to be brought for this. So we have more than about 400 patents which we have filed as well as granted as well. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much. Another person wanted to know about the hospital and research park, why the slow progress and all that,
Yes.
which you have covered already in your speech, in your report. So I will not repeat that. Another person wants to know, uh, yes, SAP,
Yeah.
that semester
Away program.
away from the,
Yeah, away program.
yeah, how many MOUs IIT Kharagpur has done with various universities abroad in US or other countries? Devaki, the XVP wants to know that.
Yeah, I think it's a good question that has been asked. Uh, uh, we have MOUs with all, but I think, friends, we have to take the industry on board. See, until unless you take industry on board, even the industry India or abroad, then only you will be in a position to have this semester away program. Until we have MOUs with several universities, and there is no problem so far as the universities is concerned. But they are asking who will pay the money. So what we have done, we have allotted about 50 crores. I allotted about 50 crores for innovation, 50 crores for 52 crores for internationalization. And in this, I think we are in a position to also send some of these students. We had with England, I think with US, some of the places. But question is, who will fund? So therefore, I'm coming across to the alumni and also the alumni who are connected to the industries in those countries to come forward and let us solve the problem of the world while we are doing research together. And then only we will be in a position to have SAP abroad. Yes.
President of Delhi chapter Rajesh Budiraja wants to know, with all the connect some of our alumni have at the government corridors at Delhi, we can get much more funding from Government of India.
Well, I think I would not appreciate this question because the government of India says that IIT Kharagpur is the first and the largest IIT. You have the 90,000 plus alumni. I think they should be able to fund it, and in fact, they should be able to give everything to IIT Kharagpur. Not even an iota should you should ask from government of India. I think they are very right in saying. If I am in a position, I would also like to say, but why not? Because if you work out, say 90,000, I would say that about say 60,000 are in a position, or say 50,000 are in a position to give. If you imagine 50,000 and 1 crore, you can imagine that how much of money we will have.
Guru
and how many
Dakshina.
years. Simple as that. We have also thought of, I'm sorry, we missed Guru Dakshina has been started, you think, with all noble intentions. If people look into this, it's nothing 1 month's salary. And I think with this also we will be in a position to have enough funding for this. Please remember, friends, that now you will have problem. You will have no problem of the fund which is being put over here. I would like to have the funding to be maintained by the alumni themselves. If they say the pledge $1,000, 1,000 crores, or maybe 2,000 crores, or maybe 1 million, $1 million. I mean, $100 million or $1,000 million or whatever. I think let them have an advisory body and maintain that fund and give us as and when required. I think that is also another way I would like to put across to all the alumni. You have the fund. The way we have done for construction, you have the fund. Please come together. There are people who have crores of millions of dollars. I think please come together, create something for IIT Kharagpur, and then try to give IIT Kharagpur do this, and we will get it done, so that you will not have a question of where the money goes and why the money is being utilized in different fashion. Yes. And it is possible, have a dialogue with the government of India that what is that you would like to keep 1 or 2 members of your alumni into our board. Yes, this is not there in our institute, but it's possible. But then you should have something like this. You should tell the ministry that we want to run IIT Kharagpur. I'm sure that if such things are taken up, and then only you will be, all of you are very proud alumni, are doing very well. I wish you all the best. But please remember that you can have the fund and manage the fund yourself.
income in your lifetime, you just give it to IIT Kharagpur. Now imagine हमारे सुंदर पिचाई जी की कितनी पे होगी एक महीने की. And we have 90,000. Of course, everybody is not Sundar Pichai, but the minimum is at least around 1 lakh. So if out of 90,000, just 50,000 give, I tell you IIT Kharagpur will become self-sufficient. And further, 10% of this will go to your hall, 10% will go to your department, 10% will go to the benevolent fund, 10% will go to Gymkhana, and 10% to your chapter, and 50% will go to the common kitty to make IIT Atmanirbhar, what we call. Just spread this word around. I tell you, IIT Kharagpur, we will not need any shortage of funds. Okay. Now there are some people online also. Can we have questions from them? Those who are online.
Satyendra, morning. Good evening. Are you online? Are we audible, Satyendra?
Anybody who is online, if they want to ask any question? Okay.
Dr. Suresh,
Fine.
Suresh wants to ask anything?
Suresh?
No, I have no questions.
Okay. Now,
Abhishek?
okay, now we have already
Sir.
overshot the time.
Good morning, sir. Can I ask a small question, sir?
Yeah.
Just one thing. First of all, thank you to Professor Tiwari for the kind of work that has been done and how alumni has been able to engage with IIT. Can we have more, I would say, little speeder approvals on different kind of works we want to do? Like sometimes if we get, if IIT can make a list of things that are required to be done, then alumni will get a good direction and heads up so that we can try to focus, because sir has been very vocal and supportive in terms of the projects that we want to do. So if you can get different departments or at least halls can come up with the list of things that they want to do, then as a foundation we can work faster and arrange to get those funds. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I think you would like to say?
Yeah, Abhishek ji, I think you are right. And these are policy things which have already been discussed at length within ourselves and within the foundation members. Now things are more or less streamlined and things are getting done. So yeah, with your continuous support, it should
Great.
be done quickly. Thank you.
Great, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now if there are no more questions, I'm going to ask the last two questions now. Professor Tiwari ji, I remember the day when you took over, and initially you invited all the old directors for a meeting. Obviously you wanted to do a lot many things. You did a lot many things. Some things couldn't be happen which you have already described in your report card. I just want to know, when you are leaving this place after spending so many years, even your childhood was spent here, you have seen so many directors till today. How do you rate yourself on a scale of 10? Because you have been marking students all the time. Now today I'm asking you to mark yourself.
I think it's a very tough task, but I would like others to rate me. I should not be judging myself. I will not keep myself more than 7 out of 10.
Okay. I think, okay, that's good. Thank you so much. And my next question is, having seen so many directors, and you also trying your best to contribute to this IIT to a large extent, what advice you would like to leave for the next director?
I think I would say that be positive, be transparent, and think ahead. Thank you.
That's so nice of you, Professor Tiwari. I think it has been really good, great. And I'll now straight away request Raja Venkat, the President of the India Foundation, to go ahead with the vote of thanks.
Good morning, good evening, everybody. Continuing from where Ashokda and others progressed during the course of today's proceedings, I focus my vote of thanks mainly to Director Tiwari because of the paucity of time. And our special thanks from the bottom of our heart for his 5 years tenure, relentlessly braving through the most difficult COVID phase, and then he set tough targets and went after them very positively. is a KGPN from birth and KGPN at heart, and dedicated to IIT KGP and dedicated to the service of the nation. He's been excellent person. There was excellent bonhomie between Alumni Foundation and the director in carrying out many projects, and the director, has been very, very uh, positive about believing in direct action and transparency. We really like that. The transparency part of it and the direct action part of it, things could move very, very smoothly. We thank him for that. Secondly, he was always committed to the Alumni Foundation meetings in every nook and corner. Every chapter meeting, ECs or different parts of the world, he would travel to be with the alumni. As a matter of fact, I recollect, one of the most difficult times when the cyclone was hitting, the eye of the storm was in Chennai, and he landed in Chennai airport with the cyclone hitting the airport. Exactly. And the plane could not even come to the, boarding bridge, and the boarding bridge could not be opened. The plane was swaying, and with that, they were there inside for about an hour and a half, and then he came out. And then when I asked him, I mean, you still made it. He said, I've told you I will come, I've committed to come, and I've come. It's amazing to hear that from him. And then we drove with all the trees falling, and then we went to the airport. Next day he was there promptly for the meeting. He explained everything to people, and then he was back to IIT Kharagpur and to Delhi for his other meetings. This is the kind of involvement he had with the Alumni Foundation, and we really thank him for that. Thank you, Director Tiwari. And we strongly feel Alumni Foundation and IIT, Director and IIT, is like two wheels of a cycle. Both have to move in the same direction with the same focus, same ideas, then it can move in the positive way. You cannot have one wheel going in the opposite direction. So this has been the way things have been happening, and I think it will happen in a bigger way. Lots of things have been streamlined by him already, and like I say one more time, the transparency part and the project feasibility and the ease of, we call it in industry, ease of doing business. We call it ease of doing projects, has been streamlined, and it's going to do wonders here. There are a lot of, I'm not taking the time to thank everybody because of paucity of time. I would thank the Chairman, Board of Governors, Narendra, and I would thank the President of US Foundation, Ashok Dey Sarkar, and Mr. Ron Gupta, and Director Tiwari, and Didi, and Dean Jaitli, and Registrar, and our International Relationship Dean. And thank you, everybody. I don't want to take any more time because we have overshot the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think though formal vote of thanks is over, but still, one is Debashish made a remark just now. He said on the right side is a Navy wala, on the left side is also a Navy wala. तो हम डूबेंगे नहीं. तो हम डूबेंगे नहीं, हम एकदम height पे जाएंगे एकदम. We will go to the greater heights. And one presentation ceremony by Polemi, please.
Now I request Dean Alumni Affairs and Dean International Relations to hand over the token of appreciation to the Director.